Hi everybody, it's Kim. I haven't been here in a while. I haven't shared anything in a while. So I decided to share a project that I actually just got done with. I made this, I don't know what you want to call it. It looks like a little bag, but it's made out of wood. I was scrapping with a friend and she had these, so we decided to do it for our project. So I just painted the inside like a tan color. And then I covered it with paper from My Mind's Eye. It's the Life Stories paper stack. Very old looking. I love that. I absolutely love that paper. And this is just very simple. We put beads on the bottom for little legs. And then I have a Tim Holtz corner here on the bottom, and then I have a rose that I made, paper rose, and then I have some leaves that I bought up at Michael's, and I put a little angel here, and then a little prima with a little bit of sparkle on there, and then I used one of the Tim Holtz geez, I can't even think of what they're called now, but you all know. With a Dodge ticket inside that says story. I put a little feather behind it. And I put butterfly, sparkly butterfly on top. And then underneath the butterfly, coming out from underneath, I put a birdhouse and a key charm. So it was a nice little project. It didn't take us too long to make it. But I decided that I was going to make a mini album for in mind. So that's what I did. And it had to be pretty small. So I used the Sizzix Die album page and cover. I believe that's the name of it. So I used that to make my album since it was so small. And I put 2 rings on top and bottom to bind it, and it has 3 holes. So I just put a piece of black ribbon for my middle hole, and I just put some pearls and some black and white pearls and some lace on there. And I decided that I would make this, since on my box it says story, I decided to make my story. So this kind of has some old pictures in it, and so I put vintage on the front of it. This is also covered with the same Life Stories from My Mind's Eye. And this rose was made for me by a friend. She makes beautiful roses. And then I have this little ticket that I stamped. It says My Roots on there. And a little dress form, and an old piece of tape measure that I had bought at a flea market. And then this is the first one that I've done in a long time that has any pictures in it, because I never put pictures in them. But it's just an old picture, and I took a piece of material, I don't know if you can see it underneath, and I frayed it. And then I put a picture, glued a picture on it, and I stamped a chandelier and put a couple little bling on there. And a couple little flowers and a couple stamps. Like I said, this is very simple. And another picture of my great-grandparents. And this says the past. And another rose that I had made. It's hard to see. And just an A for their last name. A Scrabble piece. And an old shoe sticker that I had. And then this is a puzzle piece. I know it's really hard to see, but that's a puzzle piece on a thing that I had that I bought like years ago. And this page is blank because I have to get a picture of my grandparents for on there. And then this page here is just a picture of my dad and his brother. Just an old piece of paper with writing in the back that I distressed a little bit. Distressed it with vintage photo, Tim Holtz vintage photo. And then the old car that came from Cane Company. It was in a pack of stuff that I got. And I just made a little ticket, put up there with a paper clip that says Time Flies. And then 2 little pieces for their first names. The letters of their first names on. And this page here is just a picture of, you know, my grandparents, my great-grandma, you know, just people in my family. So I had this little thing here. It said Generations. So I put that down there with a little glimmery flower and a feather coming up. And then I had this like acrylic little bubble thing. So I put a W underneath it for their last name. And put that over top of it. And then this page I just made a couple of tags. My dad and his brother. And I'm just going to write on the back who they were and how old they were, and then another one of my dad, and I'm going to put on the back of there. And then this, I bought a whole bag of this paper lace for either 99 cents or $1.99 at a thrift store. I mean, a whole bag. There must be like 25 things of this paper lace in there. So that was a really good deal. So I just distressed it with vintage photo and a little black around the edges and a couple pieces of bling on there. Like I said, this is very simple. And just a picture of my mom and dad. It's kind of wrinkled up, but it's one of my favorite ones. And just this little tag I had. It says love and a clock, and it says time up here. And this frame, this was a chipboard frame, and I just distressed it. A little bit of sandpaper, and then took the vintage photo to it, because that's my absolute favorite. And then this page here was just a picture of my sister and me when we were small, and I had this oh geez, why don't I just pull it right off, this acetate frame. So I cut the picture out round and I put it underneath, and then I just, and a Dodge ticket that I distressed a little bit. It says Giggle. And then a bird cage, if you can see. I stamped it and cut it out and put it on there. And a butterfly I punched out with my punch. And then this flower that I made from the same paper, and then I sprayed it with Spring Mint Glimmer Mist. And then these just, and this says Always Good Times. Just a couple little, I know it's hard to see. And then it says Sisters here on the bottom. And then this page is just a family page. And I know you probably can't see this at all, but I ran this through my physics with the one Tim Holtz embossing folder. I can't think of the name of it right now, but I used it and then I distressed it up. And the picture I distressed the picture also, put some ink around the edges and ripped it up a little bit just to make it look a little bit older, with a little Love at Dodge ticket, a little rusty star. And then I stamped this and made it look a little bit old, and it says, the moment may be temporary, but the memory is forever. So and then this page I just put a piece of lace on it, and I made a tag, which is not quite done yet, and I'm probably going to make another one or two. Just a picture of me and my brother and sister when we were young. And then I cut these out, and it says You Make Me Smile on the top of it. And then I'll probably write the year and stuff like that on there. And then the back, I have nothing yet because I have to print out a picture and I'm out of ink. I'm going to print out a picture of my husband and me and our 2 kids, and that will be my story. So, thank you for watching, and thank you for looking at my simple little mini album. Until next time, everybody have a good evening. Thank you. Bye-bye.